All right, let's do a walk around on this Mercedes-Benz 450 SEL 6.9. This is 6.9 liter M100 powered long wheelbase W116. These are super rare and even harder to find in condition like this. All right, so let's start at the front. We have Euro headlights, Euro bumpers. These are the nice Bosch glass headlights. Way better than the US spec, way prettier too. Thinner European bumpers, save a lot of weight, and they also just look so much better. It's got a nice stub nose front now instead of bench pews for the bumpers. Grill's in nice shape. You've got this one popping out a little bit right here, but overall very nice. Bright works excellent. The paint's in very good condition. This car has been repainted, as pretty much any silver 116 has at this point. But the paint job's really nice. It's got the appropriate amount of flake in it, since this is a metallic flake. This is astral silver. The brushed aluminum's really nice. Got a little itty bitty paint bubble right there. I think that's it as far as on the roof. But got the polished, I guess this chrome door handles really. All the body lines, nice. I shot all of them. You can look at them in the gallery. All the doors shut easily. The Hirschman antenna in there. You see the Hirschman on the top. We've got brand new Michelin with these I can't remember. Oh yeah, XWXs. So these are like they were back in the day, but with modern compounds, and it rides so well. Go around to the rear. Nice clear reverse lights. This car's just in really nice shape. You also have the Euro bumpers in the rear. You can see how much smaller they are. They're so pretty. Fuel door's nice. All the rubber is in good shape around the windows. You can see it's still soft. These 116s are notorious for leaking water, so it's nice to see the door seals, or the window seals, are all in good condition. All right, let's move into the interior. It's just one of the best feeling doors. I like them better than W126s. We've got blue leather interior. These front seats have been reupholstered by GAHH, or with GAHH seat covers. You have a little controller for your radio in there. We put cocoa mats in here, but you got the really nice blue original floor mats with the insulation underneath. You have burl walnut in a 6.9. All of them got this wood, and it's in very good shape. The dash, I don't even think the dash has a crack on it. Usually like to split there and there. Yeah, dash is in nice shape. Door panel's all nice. Got a little bit of the chrome flaking off there. But overall, really clean interior. You have a little bit of paint bubbling right there. Seat backs are nice. Those are elastic. You do have this looks like the original leather in the rear, and it's in exceptional condition. Oops, and you got a map. You got a little reading light here, and you turn that off. That one works. This one does not work. Oh wow, never mind. There's this touchy. Turn it on and off a couple times. There we go. Got it work. Sunroof. All 6.9s. I think all 6.9s got sunroofs. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe Europeans could option without it, but I think US market cars got them. We're gonna try the sunroof here in a minute. But more, oops, sorry about the seat. More trash, or sorry, more cocoa mats in the rear. And yeah, they are huge because it's a long wheelbase car. Trunk's in good shape. No mustard mildew, just my equipment. We did source a new one of these from Germany. This was missing about the car, and I believe there's is there a spare under here? Oh, my camera just fell. Yep, there's a spare. It's okay, it's a Canon. Sometimes these like to rust out, especially around here, and that's really, really nice. Really good shut noise. It's kind of more of the same. I shot this, there's a little ripple right there. It's not through, it's just like the die is cracked off right there. Let's go to the engine bay. This car had a lot of work done to it. We put 4 new shocks on it. This is a Citroen derived hydropneumatic suspension system. State of the art back in the day, especially for Mercedes-Benz. They went from air suspension to this during the late 70s, from the 109 to the 116. Let's see, what else? What did we do? Brake fluid flush, engine oil flush, all like 12 freaking quarts of oil. There's the auxiliary oil tanks. This is a dry sump, or wet sump. I gotta correct myself on that one. Newer AC Delco battery. There was a water pump put on here, brand new drive belts, and a hood pad as well. But really good services. The car runs really well. It cools really nicely. AC does work. We're gonna get to that during the driving video. But there's a quick walk around on the 6.9. This is a extremely nice W116 and an even nicer 6.9. You do not want to buy these when they're project cars. They are nightmares. Even nicely sorted ones that work, I will warn. One day you'll wake up and you'll turn the ignition and it's gonna break your heart. That's just 6.9 ownership. But everyone that's buying one of these knows that at this point. So you want to buy a very sorted one like this, that with all the systems working, and you have a very good kickoff point to enjoy it. But these cars need to be driven, and I'd recommend whoever buys this, drive it, you know, once a week, once every 2 weeks, get up to temperature, put some miles on it. They really, really like it, and systems don't fail usually when you do that. So let's go drive this. All right, welcome to the driving portion of the video. We're gonna take this back to the shop where it lives, which is a climate-controlled indoor shop, which is very nice. So this is about my 5th 6.9 I think I've driven, and this is, yeah, I'd say this is the nicest driving one I've been in. DC Motor Works up in Alpharetta, Georgia. The owner owns a 6.9 that he cannonballs with. They did all the work on, or most of the work on the car. I actually did some myself. And yeah, like I said, did some suspension work, new rebuilt struts, or hydropneumatic struts on all 4 corners, water pump, belts. The AC was working the entire time. It's blowing ice cold right now. These ACC2 systems are pretty difficult to get working and dialed in, and this one's very nice. So that's a huge bonus. So this is the M100 engine. It is it's actually I think a 6.8 liter, but it makes about 249 horsepower, 369 foot-pounds of torque. It's paired with a 3-speed 722.0 transmission. It's the first generation of the 722 family, which is really a revision of the old fluid coupling 4 speeds. But the reason they went to the 3-speed is to boost, or this car has a ton of power, so they were able to put you know, thicker clutch packs in there and strengthen the internals. So it's a way beefier transmission than the 4 speeds, and they're also very smooth. The old 4 speeds were clunky, and a lot of people in period complained about it. These transmissions are very tough. They're extremely durable. I love all the burl walnut in here. It's just such a nice cabin to be in. I like the blue. Very period correct. There's so much torque. It's just effortless. This car's pretty heavy, but it really doesn't feel that heavy just because of the power. I had this car up to 110, 115 on the highway, driving into DC Motorworks, I'm sorry, in Mexico. And it was fabulous. This 116 chassis is built for Autobahn. It does high speed, no problem. And there's a reason why this chassis keeps winning the period cannonball runs and the C2C runs. This drives like a modern car, it really does. Except better, because you can feel things and it's more interesting and it smells good, yada yada yada. The steering wheel's really nice, it's huge, it's very thin right here. I like a thin steering wheel, provides good feedback. These the Michelin tires are excellent. It's kind of the only tire you really should put on this car. And we got these mounted a couple 100 miles ago. It's such a quiet cabin too. And it looks like a newer windshield has been... Yeah, it looks like newer windshield's been put in. That is a new gasket, but it is an original, I think it's a Pilkington windshield with the Mercedes-Benz star on the glass. Sunroof. Let's try the sunroof. Yep. Goes back and goes forward. I'm sitting at about 180 degrees as far as the coolant temp goes. The engine's very smooth. You can feel a slight lope. It is almost a 7-liter V8. You're gonna feel a little bit, but it's so refined and smooth. Things that they have to do. Radio works. Actually sounded pretty decent. I really like the way these drive with the hydropneumatic suspension though. You can feel it lowering at red lights, and the car does lower at speed. It's always doing stuff, and that's extremely cool to me. So this being a 6.9, I'm gonna make this kind of a lengthy driving video just to demonstrate how good this car is. These can be very scary to buy, and so let's just do a thorough driving video. I mean, it's quick. It's got a lot of power. The instrument cluster illuminates. It wasn't when we got the car. I did fix that when I had the dashboard apart. This does have working cruise control. My foot off and it is pulling. I did get the cruise control amplifier rebuilt by Chris Rose, who's done, I don't know, 10, 15 of them at this point for me. The alignment is very dialed in. And on these older cars, I'm always looking at the coolant temp, and it's a habit. I keep doing it on this one, and it just hasn't moved. Even sitting in traffic. It's a pretty warm day out today, and it's very happy. God, these are so good. The brakes are very, very nice. They feel just as you expect with the ATE caliper and rotor design, and with the new fluid and the new brake lines, it really helped out. You can see all the backlighting works, even on all the buttons up here. Yep, map light works. Love to see it. This is a nice one. Some bumps. You can hear them, but you don't feel them. It's wild. And I really like the cocoa mats as well. It adds a bit of period correctness to the cabin and a little bit of fun. The steering weights up really nicely. It's just got that nice taut hydraulic steering feel. Mercedes recirculating balls always have a very nice feel to them. They're a little loose on center as they get older, but once you get them a little bit loaded up, there's tons of feedback. They're very accurate. And the reason why they did that, first of all, it gives it a nice heavy, luxurious feel, but also it's when you hit bumps, the steering wheel won't jerk out of your hand. The recirculating ball pretty much eliminates that. And it's all in the name of luxury. So I've owned a 280 SE with the M110 in it. It was a Colorado beige on cognac leather car. That was really cool, which I actually sold on the MV Market. And then before that, I owned a gray market 350 SE. So both short wheelbase cars, both with the smaller engines. I grew up in a couple of 450 SELs. My parents had 2 white ones and 1 Inca red 450 SEL. And my uncle actually still owns the white 450 SEL, and it's got 700,000 miles on it. These cars are very tough and very durable when you maintain them and keep them, you know, in a nice dry environment. It's funny, I actually don't think I've driven an OM617A powered car, but I think I've driven every other engine in this chassis, from long wheelbases to short wheelbases. God, it moves. Wow. Those people walking in, I'm not gonna spook them. It just goes. It really does. And the engine does feel like it's very immediate with all the torque. It handles so well. Like, there's body roll, but when you compare it to everything else from, you know, 1977, 78, the late 70s, it's flat. Whoa. It's crazy how quick the car feels below 3,000 RPM. Every car feels quick nowadays below 3,000 because it's all twin turbocharged and, you know, 1,000,000 horsepower. But Mercedes that come out with a 6.8 liter V8 engine that was the fastest 4-door production sedan of its era during the fuel crisis, and still managed to make something very quick, where you look at Cadillac and GM, they were making huge engines that were not even touching 200 horsepower. Like, this is a freak of nature. It's a very cool car. Oh, windows. We should check windows. Front left works. Rear left works. I guess you guys are about to move up and down. Okay, just kidding. Front right does not work. And rear right does work. Usually if you jiggle the switches. Okay, so front right window does not work. Just want to clarify that. usually you can take off the door panels. I've fixed window regulators on these cars. The issue is, like I said before, they leak water. You'll get waters going through the seals, and it causes corrosion in the window regulator motor. So you can actually take that door panel off, take the regulator out, and you can disassemble it. And there's a where I guess the spinny capacitor thing is, you can actually remove that, and then there's a cylinder wall in there that usually gets corroded and keeps it from spinning. So you get a wire wheel or some sandpaper, and you sand out the corrosion. I'm assuming that's what's going on there, since my rear driver window works. It's not a fuse, because those are linked on the same fuse. So I would start there. That's a good weekend project. It'll take a couple hours, and you'll understand how to service one of these window regulators. You can go in there and you can grease it up, and so on and so forth. Here's a big plate. I hit that my 190E earlier today, and it didn't feel that good. Soaks it right up. So there we are. This is the 6.9. I'm going to be pulling into the shop area where this car is stored. And if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the YouTube video or on the MB Market listing, and I will get to you. These cars are pretty complicated. I'm sure people are going to have some questions. Hopefully I covered everything. I probably forgot something, so that's why I'm going to be there for the comments. I'm looking forward to interacting with everyone and finding this car a new home now that we've got it dialed in and sale ready. So this will be a fun one. Thank you so much for watching.